Okay, so real quick for you guys, Anthony and Steve, I know that the entry positions and exit positions specifically are still kind of questionable, and I really want you guys to start paper trading because you're going to get used to the flow of the stock, and that's where things are really important, is to understand the flow of coins, stocks, whatever. If we zoom out, I mean, you can see nothing's ever straight up and straight down. It always has a nice little steady movement in an overall picture, right? I mean, the price action is tremendous when it goes from 56 to $1.15, but in the overall picture, I want you guys to really focus on the visual. And then when you start zooming in, to see the finer details. But really the paper trading thing, Anthony and Steve, is where you're going to really start to pick up on your skills as a whole and a better trade. Now, these signals are to help you guys mentally to weed out such emotion. I was saying in the last session, I'm going to minimize this because, again, this is your paper trading section. I want you guys to use it to practice these signals. But what I was saying was the previous section, our session, we were talking about RSI trends, the MACD trend. But the RSI, I mean, it's in an upward movement, and this is XRP USD. And this will work on all of them. Just make sure you have your crypto Ichimoku for crypto, and then your stock Ichimoku, Moku, Muku, whatever you want, however you want to pronounce it, for your stocks if you're trading stocks and stuff like that. So anyways, we're in a 1 hourly here, and we can see that it's going on an uptrend for the RSI, which is a good signal. Overall trend, and to understand where it's going. Our weekly just showed up in a green. I'm getting confirmation here, and I'm getting one confirmation here. This is a reversal flag. I can take a look and give you I spelled that wrong. Cheat sheets, or no, that's right. Candlestick patterns. Let's see if this is on here. You have a 3-line strike. There's a reversal flag that I want to show you specifically. It's a down and then a 3 inside down. You can actually print these off. These are pretty good. I think I'm looking at this one. This is a bullishbear.com chart. So 3 inside down. These are a pretty good indication that things are about to reverse. When you see something like this and then like this, you get your entry points. We got a bearish Harami right here. This is a short position, and if you take a look at this, this could be a short position coming up, but we want to see what's going on overall. Like right here, we got an up, and then it broke, and up, and it broke, and then right here, or when I say up, broke down, and then right here, we bounced off this resistance line when we're already in an overall bullish trend, right? We're above the green cloud. The lagging span line, or the Chiku span, is over here. We have span A and span B. Span A is up here, span B is down here. Now, when it's reversed, you're looking at more of a bear right here. The trend broke. It's up underneath the span A. The red line's above, indicating that we're in a bearish. But now we're overall in a monthly bullish. And I said that, pay attention to our RSI. This was a long, nice, steady growth. Right now, this is what it looks like. If we just to rewind or take a look at the overall picture, this line could technically be out here in the near future if we look at this. But right now, it looks like, it could freak you out. It could go down, take a dip. The lower low here Right here's a low, and then right here it's not even, it's not even lower than the last. So technically it's still kind of on an uptrend. But then you want to take a look at this. So to build confidence, obviously this is going to be a tough one. It's just a matter of practicing and realizing, long-term fundamentals, stuff like that. But here was a green signal above the MACD 0 line, so that was a good entry right here. Like I said, it is green. It is above the 0 line. We're getting confirmation here. The only thing throwing us off is the RSI. But technically, you take a look at the monthly real quick. So the monthly shows a good confirmation in a bullish. Now we're looking at this. To get a little doubtful, when you start doubting, look at all the other potentials you have in the more recent or more time frames, like your days, your hourlies, and your minutes, to get a good position in. Your monthly, long term, I'm not going to argue against XRP. To me, this is going to be a long-term investment. So anytime that you can get in, of course, get in, hold on to it, trade it, whatever. 2 hourly and 4 hourly are my good time frames to day trade. So if you're looking to get in XRP, pick up some profits. Anytime you see the signal sign up underneath the MACD line is a good entry, as long as you're either in a green cloud and the lagging span is out of your trend, which at this point it was. It was up here, you're climbing, and you're good. So you could have picked up right around $1.12, got out $1.29, or right even here, same thing, $1.26-ish, 126, 127, and then just held out to this next signal here, would have been your next, but then your lagging span is up underneath the trend, so this wouldn't have been a good entry point. I would have waited until it broke, and look, this right here, it's starting to break. So your risk tolerance is really this spot right here. Like this is probably 50-50. To me, it's probably more like 70-30, but I would probably get in, and then I understand that the clouds are very thin, unlike right here. So if this red cloud was as thick as this, I probably wouldn't get in, but since we have nothing right here, it's probably going to be a bull, considering it's down here. Remember, this is always a good position when the lagging span is starting to break your bearish trend, and you get a good green signal, a good indication on your RSI and everything else. You start honing in your entries with this. So even though this candle right here started showing, even your 4 hourly, this is definitely probably a good call out. Matter of fact, I'll post that to the group. This is a good breakout in the 4 hourly. We did have some movement here, but this is starting to break with a green cloud showing support and not a red cloud. So then I would start looking at my 2 hourly, and I get conviction when I start seeing stuff like this. So right here is a little hesitancy. So maybe within the hour, it's not a good position. This thing could break right here. In the next couple of hours, we're looking at a downtrend. So $1.10. But when you look at 4 hourly, each one of these candles are 4 hours. So even though we come down to right here, we're still in that green cloud. And $1.07, $1.05 is your support line. Not saying it's going to come down to there, but your 1 hourly could tell the story where 110, if it breaks here, we could see that $1.02, especially with this being high already. You could see $1.02, so that's where you refine your trading skills. In understanding the chart here looks good, but then really getting into a better position rather than getting at $1.15, and the next couple of hours or minutes it takes a dive down to us at $1.11. You could pick up some extra percentage points there on your profit margin. So just FYI, that's getting into a good position. You look at your long-term trend, like I stressed over, we're getting good indication there, and now you start dwindling down in the time frames of when to get in. Like right here, this is showing a green, but this could reverse, and this is our resistance or support for the downside right here. So $1.11, Same thing with this. This is starting to try to touch that. So we just kind of have a visual. If this extends out right around here, it probably could break. So just, I want you guys to practice, because then you're going to get a feel for this Ichimoku cloud and understand how to trade off basically the lines and what you see in certain time frames. So again, this week was really about you guys practicing on TradingView. I told you last week's start. Anthony, dude, you're going to have to get onto it, man. I want you guys to really put the money to use, what you're paying me to do this. But I really stress getting in there and understanding the chart, practicing off certain key elements that you're seeing within the time frames. Like right here would have been a good buy for me, showing that it's on a 5-minute, and I would have been out right here. So literally $1.13, $1.15, that's literally 2 cents. Not very good profit margin unless you're down on the lower end of 30 cents. 30 cents and 2-cent movements, a little around 10%. So that's good. I would have been out. But these longer terms, when you get into coins at the higher value, you need a little bit bigger movements around that 5 to 10% margin to get up some profits daily, or whatever your trading pattern and strategy would be. So right here you can move in, or like I said, 5-minute. If you're a little bit longer term, you could trade off the 1 hourly. But just understand, use your monthly, weekly, and daily, and understand where the overall thing is going. Like right here, the daily, it is looking kind of bearish. We're still bullish here. We became bullish after we broke here. And then really longer term, your monthly and your weeklies are still looking like a long-term hold. And that's why I stress, for me, XRP is long-term. So this is a good chart. This is a good signal long-term. If you're looking at picking up some profits in the next couple of weeks, I wouldn't basically hold this chart or XRP to it, because you're already seeing some issues around the 4 hourly and weekly, because you should have been in around, at this point, when it was $1.07. Back on the, actually that was today, 30 minutes. So let's see. Yeah, what was it, $1.06 to $1.15. So if you're wanting to day trade, I really do use 30-minute, maybe the 1 hourly. And this is kind of risky. I usually, I tell people, to begin with, go into your 1 hourly to your 4 hourly. Make sure you're getting up out of a cloud. So, for instance, right here would have been a good position, because once this breaks and all that, the screen's going to probably be more like, that's what it's going to look like. You're getting a long-term sell-off, and then right here would have been a green. And I'm above the green cloud. I got a green signal, and it took off from there. So hindsight, it's easily to look back, but that's why I say, again, practice, practice, practice your paper trading. We're going to follow up next week, and I'm going to take a look at your positions. If you haven't done anything, that's going to be on you. I want you to be proactive in this. Use your paper trading. Try to get as many trades in on different coins using these signals. And I'm going to go over what you have done correctly and what I see where you've made mistakes, whether you did lose money on certain paper trading positions, and then go over what I see, how to perfect that even better. So anyways, hope this lesson helped. Any questions, just definitely shoot them over in the Discord. But again, paper trading, I stress enough, guys, to get good at this. You literally just have to jump in there and do it. But I do suggest paper trading, not using real cash quite yet. Anthony, I know you're in long-term XRP. Hope that's doing good for you. Steve, same thing. I know you're getting in a DeFi with Carlos, but to really get your money's worth for the mentorship group, obviously study DeFi, nodes. I know Steve was telling me about that. And day trading. This is where you're going to pick up some nice profits. So anyways, again, I hope this helped. Shoot your questions over, and I'll be glad to answer those. See you next week, guys.